If you think even a quarter as highly as Kanye West thinks of himself, you probably worship him as a god. Yes, the famous rap star has everything: money, fame, and one genuinely luxurious lifestyle. Even though he's more of a jester than an actual performer these days, he still manages to bring out the cash. And oh boy, does he love to flash it. So let's have a look at how Kanye West spends his billions. Kanye's money. Kanye is the wealthiest singer in the world, with more than $2 billion in his bank account. So even though many would claim he's half-witted, the stats show a different story. Yes, Kanye is, without a doubt, provocative, insulting, and definitely arrogant. Still, when you can show 2 with 9 zeros in the bank account, you might argue that his behavior is worth it. The former Mr. Kardashian, however, gets only about 7% of his money from music records and concerts. His career is worth about $150 million. So it's definitely not his talent that gives him the life he so carelessly lives. His biggest wealth contributor is his footwear and apparel brand, Yeezy. The brand did very well for a while, and after signing partnerships with Adidas and Gap, its value skyrocketed to $3 billion. During this time, Kanye's net worth was close to $6.6 billion. Today, however, the brand's market value is about $500 million after losing these partnerships in another provocative stunt by the sole owner. Still, Kanye is far from becoming another washed-up star struggling to make ends meet. So let's see how the rap superstar burns away his cash when he's not paying for divorce lawyers and PR warlocks that need to restore his good name somehow after the recent anti-Semitic rants. Kanye's private jet. Do you remember when Kanye aspired to become the United States president? Well, he may have failed in his attempt, but as always, Kanye went balls to the wall. With his rhetoric, one might wonder what segment of the population he was targeting. Indeed, not his fans, who are predominantly underage and can't vote. After all, I can't think of a grown adult that will spend $500 on plain white sneakers. Even though he didn't even get close to the White House, Ye received an Air Force One as a gift from Adidas. Well, at least the same brand and model. Kanye owns a Boeing 747, which is one of the rarest and most expensive jets on the market. There are only a handful of these jets around the world, and one of them, though highly modified, is actually Air Force One. The floor model costs around $400 million. But Kanye's was especially redecorated to be a private luxury flight. So the star's jet would be anywhere between $450 and $550 million. The double-decker has a private, ultra-luxurious double-bedroom suite, a lavish guest bedroom, one massive lounge area, marble bathrooms, and everything a guy who compares himself to Steve Jobs, Walt Disney, and even Jesus will need. Yes, sadly that's not a joke. Kanye did compare himself with Christ. Kanye's cars. Is there a rap star that hasn't got a garage full of expensive cars? Kanye doesn't disappoint. Actually, the self-proclaimed rap genius's garage is worth several $1 million, and there are some pretty sweet rides inside. Among the most luxurious items in Kanye's car collection is his Porsche Panamera, worth $180,000. The car looks astonishing with its pearl black color, and the engine was tuned up to meet Kanye's specifications. However, it pales compared to Ye's Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren Sterling Moss, worth more than $1 million. Only 75 cars of this model were ever produced. Just like any billionaire, Kanye also has a $2.7 million Bugatti Veyron, famous for its high top speed of 253 miles per hour and acceleration from 0 to 60 in just 2.5 seconds. In addition, the rap superstar owns at least 4 Lamborghinis, each one costing more than $500,000. His garage is not all cars though, as he has a rare tank-like vehicle called Sherb. The Ukrainian-made ATV is one of the more extravagant purchases of the rap singer. Now, even one of these is good enough to make you look like you've gone mad with money, but buying 8 Ukrainian-made tank-like ATVs and gifting one to 2 Chainz goes a bit beyond. However, the creme de la creme of Kanye's car collection is his $1.2 million red diamond truck. This beast of a car is a highly luxurious, modernized H2 Hummer with golden plates, ruby color, and one truly mesmerizing interior. In addition, the vehicle reportedly came with 3 bottles of top-class vodka. I wonder who came up with the idea that putting vodka in that monster truck is fine. Still, if nothing else, Kanye was never known to drive under the influence, so that's a relief. Kanye's real estate. Much like other billionaires, Kanye knows that buying real estate is probably the safest bet for long-term investments. So now the rap superstar's portfolio is north of $100 million, with some highly luxurious properties listed inside. Kanye himself believes that one day he will be the most successful and prolific real estate developer in the world. With such modesty, affinity for gold, and flair for real estate development, I wonder if Kanye is not perfect for the Oval Office. Somehow he reminds me of a former US president. Regardless of Kanye's massive ego, his impeccable taste when it comes to mega mansions cannot be denied. Over the years, Kanye flipped several high-profile properties and made some decent cash out of them. For example, his 2,427 square feet apartment in New York. This marvelous gem, located in Soho, New York, was worth $4.7 million. This, however, was Kanye's bachelor pad. So naturally, a 1-bedroom, 1.5-bathroom apartment is not ideal for Kanye West, Kim Kardashian West, and Northwest. I truly hope that this name was an accident and not a cruel joke on the poor kid. So naturally, Kanye sold this property for a huge profit when he got married. The same was the fate of the $11 million Bel Air mansion, where Kim and Kanye lived for a while. There, the power couple truly went nuts over the decorations. According to tabloids, they spent nearly $1 million on 4 golden-plated toilets. Were they expecting Trump as a guest? I have no clue. Moreover, Kanye gave another cool $1 million to London's Savoy Hotel bed supplier for 6 uniquely designed beds and $1 more million for the fridge. I simply can't understand how people keep their food refrigerated without having a refrigerator encrusted with Swarovski stones. According to The Sun, which is a horrific start to any sentence, the interior decoration of the house costs twice as much as the property. While The Sun is definitely not among the sources famous for being objective, looking at the house, the tabloid may be right in this particular case. Now that's a front-page-worthy headline. The Sun was right. Still, the Bel Air mega mansion is already in the past, as it was sold for $18 million. The former West family needed the money to finance their dream home in Wyoming. There, the family bought 2 massive properties. The first one is a massive ranch in Cody with a 9-square-mile backyard. Yes, Kanye's done playing small. This enormous property cost Kanye around $8 million. In his massive land, the rap superstar owns 2 freshwater lakes, several miles of go-kart track, a shooting range, several sheds, a horse barn, livestock corrals, offices, saloons, and one truly massive office building. With several stores in place, the ranch actually looks more like a town. However, I can't stop thinking of how hilarious it would be when Kanye inevitably steps in a pile of cow manure with his $1,000 shoes. His second ranch is even bigger and is surrounded by 16 square miles of private land. This gem, located in Grable, Wyoming, cost the rap superstar $14.5 million. The ranch has 7 bedrooms, of which only 2 are outside the main house. Moreover, there are multiple kitchens, dining rooms, a massive spa center, and 2 helipads. Naturally, the interior is lavishly furnished and complements the surrounding flora and fauna. However, when it comes to real estate, Kanye's crown jewel is his $20 million manor in Hidden Hills, California. The mega mansion is decorated with supreme taste, and although it follows minimalistic traditions, it costs almost as much as the property itself. Actually, today, the property is worth more than $60 million. And how can it be otherwise, with additions such as a $30,000 sink? Sadly for Kanye, the house went to Kim after the divorce, but as the rap star fell in love with the location, he bought the neighboring property for $30 million. Now that's what I call stalking your ex with class. Kanye's generosity. Many bad things can be said about Kanye West. Many bad things indeed. However, the rap star doesn't hold back when it comes to giving presents to the ones he loves. In 2018, he gifted Kim with a $240,000 Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. The ultra-luxurious SUV would look more like a military truck if it weren't for its poison green color. The generous gifts to his former wife don't end there, though. He also bought her a $14 million Miami apartment and filled the living room with approximately $100,000 worth of roses. However, none of these gifts compare to the engagement ring he bought for Kim when he proposed. First, he gave her a 15-carat diamond ring worth between $3 and $4 million. Of course, that wasn't enough. So, Kim received another worth $4.8 million, this time with a 20-carat diamond. This one, however, got stolen, so Kanye bought another identical one for the same price. Now, why did Kim divorce him again? Kanye's generosity goes beyond his wife, however, as their daughter, Northwest, is regularly spoiled with lavish gifts. The couple reportedly spent more than $74,000 on Christmas gifts in 2014. That year, North woke up to find that Santa had left her a $62,000 diamond-encrusted tiara under the tree. And they ask why people think that Santa hates poor kids. Kanye may be an egomaniacal jester who always gets public attention for all the wrong reasons. However, one thing can't be denied. He knows how to make money and how to spend it. What do you think? Is Kanye's music worth all the fuss he's getting? Let me know in the comments below. If you found it interesting to see how Kanye West spends his billions, you might also be interested in discovering how the top 10 wealthiest female pop singers spend their fortunes. You can watch it by clicking the video on your screen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.